In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how Zero Academy got absolutely destroyed by CSK Horizon on Bind. And it all starts off with this round 5. Zero Academy are down 3-1, although some of the rounds before this have been a bit unfortunate for them. But this is a glaring issue that I see. So, starting off, Horizon make a bit of a mistake here. They decide to fight long, but they don't have the Viper Orb. And if you see, your Viper gets chonked down a lot, and despite having no help. And it looks like Zero Academy are playing quite well this round. We've taken long control, we've forced them off, and Toaster gets the early pick towards A. This is an easy pivot towards A here, but I'm not sure what we do. We decide to go back, regroup, and we're going to just go hit A.
I don't know.
But actually, no we don't. Because if you look at this walk-up, the Omen has decided to come with us. Like, the Omen's listened to the call by Toaster. Toaster's being like, okay, I have full A control. You guys have put early pressure B. And keep in mind that Horizon this game rotated super fast over any noise possible. If Zero Academy took any space, they would just insta-rotate. So they should know somewhat that there's probably 3 here and then 2 here, and then we've gotten this kill, so maybe this guy comes back and it's 2-2. But you're not fully known. And then the second this Omen gets this kill, it should just be, forget everything, let's rotate through the TP, max 1 here, and let's just run and hit A. Pretty simple. Instead, the Chamber decides to go peeking by himself.
So why would he be re-clearing?
Mistake number 1, Chamber peeks by himself.
That is the round.
Now, I don't know what Toaster's doing here. Does he think he has a timing? Because he fucking doesn't. And then he overpeaks again. When people have seen you Viper wall up and you've killed the guy in lamps, and a guy has pushed all the way out showers, they know you're gonna be in like this general area. And they're gonna expect a push. And we just overface in the 5v4. Oh no, in the 4v3.
Toaster,
and then we lose again.
Wait. Toaster completely overstretched.
I will admit, Timotube does get timing twice here, because he tries clearing his flank twice, and he misses it both times by like a second. Even then, look at how we don't play together at all, by the way. And the comms should be coming in from dead guys, so the Chamber and the Viper. They have Brim, and they have Viper. They know that they throw this orb here every round, even though I don't think it's very good. So we should know, playing for spam, bad idea. What do? We play for spam. Of course.
Be aware. Timotube completely misses the timing. Cholo might be caught out here.
Cholo has a nice little corner, peeks for 1, knows where both are.
And the spike is already more than halfway ticked. This will have to be
Popped. Oh, we just send it, misses a bit.
Get this defuse off in time.
We throw the flash, and we're not swinging. And we're not swinging, and we've just dropped down, and we've just whiffed every single bullet. Like, we play for spam on a round that we can't play for spam on. We know they have Brim Viper. We know they're going to be sticking. Let's swing. We don't have pings anymore in the game. We can't ping bomb. We're not even shooting at the bomb. And then Timotube's going up top for no reason. And then he drops down into New Kid. And New Kid gets 2 free kills. Because they're shitting themselves, panicking, trying to kill them. When it's just not necessary.
Adjusting a little bit. Some things coming out.
Alright. In this round, they have just come off a timeout, and we're going to watch exactly what Zero Academy does into this. And what you'll see for the rest of the game is 2 separate things. You will see the Raze and Fade not play together once. The Raze and Fade, they're meant to play right next to one another, and they don't at all. And then this Chamber will never take an aggressive fight with this teleport. Just look, we're pushing in here on Raze. We throw the boom bot like we want to push in. but we don't have any support at all. We have no teammates behind us. We have no fade behind us. We could like seize this angle, nade this angle. We can then like prowler close to clear them out. But no, we don't do any of that. And we just end up just fighting it. And then Soviet is just like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm just going to swing. And then he kills him.
Oh, and loses the 1v1.
It is a bit of a dumb swing from Soviet, but he should get insta-traded in that scenario. But he doesn't.
Be short. However, be long is still a possibility for the
attack. Oh, here the race gets picked off because Nuka isn't watching the showers walk out. But still, it's a 3v4.
But the attack loses almost everything they have. They have to commit to long now. They really do.
But now, Zero are going to get a free plant here. They're just going to walk into B and get a free plant. Like, we don't see anything on site. We're smoking off, and we're just going to run in and plant. But this is Zero's biggest mistake this round. Even though the Raze solo peaked, this is our biggest mistake. We plant the bomb, and we just run off site. We don't play aggressive at all into this round. And keep in mind, right? We know that there's 2 in hookah, and we know there are 2 probably CT, or they could wrap and go through hookah, right? Because we saw the Skydog, we saw the pit, and the other 2 were A side. Like, we can just assume that. So what do? We all sit in long. Like, in this scenario, if you're Zero Academy, you need to push elbow. You need to take the fight to one of these people. Or you need to go aggressive. I mean, fighting into hookah isn't a good idea, but you could like walk down as 2 and wrap and then fight these guys here. And just catch them off guard. But we don't do any of that. We just decide to sit long and then like play for spam. But we're not in 2024 anymore. We can't play spam with pings. And we just don't end up doing anything. Like here, the chamber, he puts his TP in this corner and then just plays like for a late swing out and then TP back. It doesn't make any sense. If you're a chamber, you need to be getting the off angles. You need to be walking out here, holding this crazy off angle. Bam, 1 tap. Oh, I missed. TP away. Then you have that next backstab. But instead, he's just using it like a jet dash. Instead of, he can hold a fat off angle in the middle of nowhere and then get away with it. Like, you can even put your TP here and then, like, walk under hookah as well. That'd be a nice angle to play from because you know they're in hookah. If they're jumping out, they might not clear hell. And then you get a free pick onto this guy. Now, they do end up gecko ulting, but we don't do this because of the gecko ult. We just naturally go into this scenario. Because, look, the gecko's ulting, but we're already in long. And then they get perfect info. We don't break anything. Perfect info, they're all long. Soviet does go a little soon here, in my opinion. He needs to wait a little bit more for his teammates to fight, because now they're turning around fully. But they should still win the round. But Zero Academy get a nice clutch from Cholo. Good playing time. And they end up winning the round, but it was not good. We should have lost that round by a mile. Right, on to the next round, right? And this is for Zero Academy. How do you counter what Horizon have been doing so far this game? Well, what you need to do is you need to take early space for free as a group and then get the trade. So you take early space towards hookah. You put 3 here. Just walk up because this is where they've just been either heavy fighting, where you can get the trade easily, or they've just been relinquishing the space, right? Because on A, they've heavy for A, like every single time. And they have like good cross size on A. So we need to create the gap in B to then pull an A player over if we want to then hit A. So then you get a free pick, or you go 1-for-1. It's a 4v4, and then a 4v4 is favored for attackers. 3v3 is favored for attackers. The less people, the less sites they can hold as a team, right? So then you take the early space, and then you either go into a hit, a collective hit, as in like 2 long, 3 here. We just full hit the site against like 1 guy. Or if it's like a 2v2, it's just 2-2, full hit the site together. But instead we don't do that. We kind of lurk about and try and find a pick, which isn't a bad idea. It's just how we do it. We need to choose where we're going to lurk up and try and find a pick. Because in this round, you'll see, we're trying to find a pick long. We're trying to find a pick short in hookah. We're trying to find a pick short. And we're trying to find a pick showers. We're just so spread out due to this that we don't actually find anything because we can't take more than basic early rounds like fights. We don't end up getting to fight, you know, deeper into hookah more with the team. And then it just ends up in a 1v1 again.
Cooked strats straight out the rip, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you'll see here.
And by cooked, I mean like
we're just gonna start off chamber upping short. In my opinion, very questionable.
However, your first language should be our Twitter subscribe.
And they flash long, they don't see anything, so they're insta rotating.
That was clean. That was clean.
And this is what Horizon did so much. They would just insta rotate.
Now you speak, Java.
Off very limited info.
Java, what do you think so far?
And now they're just gonna play it like this. But look, they're already backside, and we've taken full hookah control, right? We've taken showers control. But we can't do anything with this because we're one person on each side. And the way lurking works is, let's say, for example, we have the showers control. And then we want to take our timing off it, but we're by ourselves. The reason why it works on a lurk is because there's two here hitting the site. So then these guys are more distracted in running over, so the showers guy then has a timing to look into it. Now, Toaster has lurked showers a lot this game, so they are very aware of it. He did it in literally the previous round, I'm pretty sure. So they are going to be aware of it. But when you have this like double weird lurk setup, and we haven't showed any heavy presence somewhere, they're just going to be looking at us, and it's just a 50-50 1v1. Instead, you need to have this pressure on one side, and then you take the lurk on another. So for an example, a round that I could call in this scenario would be, let's pull Raze over towards A. Let's have Raze, Fade go short together. Let's have Chamber, Viper go showers together. They're going to run up, take showers early because they're giving it up for free, relatively free. And we'll just use a lot of util towards early A. So we'll put like we'll like throw an eye on top of this. We'll like Prowler close here. We'll throw a Seize maybe on this guy if we see them. And then we'll have the Omen lurk into hookah. Then when you pull over this rotate from the guys getting over aggressive, then this Omen finds a favorable fight on the Viper, and then bam, look, TP, go take the site, and then you can have a late lurk from showers, one guy late lurk, and then the other guy just rotate like long. That would be an ideal round for me. Obviously, we're not in VCT, so it wouldn't go anywhere near as perfect as that, right? But just the general idea of trying to manipulate the map and trying to get favorable fights, so then you can take the space for free.
And you guys couldn't hear him.
But we just don't. We're just holding short. We're just holding for the long push. We're just.
Attack has a lot.
I mean, we're just also holding short, and then Icy's gonna end up taking this 1v1. And it's not a 1v1 actually. It's a 2v1.
So passive. You don't know anything that's going on. This is.
Look, this would be perfect if we had three people here. Because look, Soul sees one. Soviet swings him. Insta trade. Insta trade from a guy here. Insta trade for a guy killing here, and then we go 2 for 1. But we don't have that. We don't have any of that because it's just Icy swinging by himself.
Wow.
And then Sosta, I'm assuming he saw and dinked a new kid, and just taking this aggressive space. He looks like he's giving it up, but then he doesn't give it up. And then he walks through way too early. Listen, the people, your B players, they're not even close to getting out, right? And you've got one of two choices. You can either commit to the B and have a late lurk, or you just all TP and you just commit to the A hit. But Toaster ends up taking way too early of a timing in this scenario.
Toaster
And we just end up getting
right
cooked. Because they're still holding for it. And no matter what, even if he kills Nukin, he's getting traded by that Gecko.
He's dead. Monzo with an op, left with very little options, has to push out.
And Timo2
finds 2.
barely gets 2. We get gun death, and then all of a sudden, it's hero plays. And Cholo doesn't get the hero play this round, but that's exactly how they won the last round. Just a hero play.
Wow.
And we cannot be relying on that to win.
Very close from her.
Right, and going into the last round of the half, it is 8-3. And I will give Zero some credit here. They do play this last round quite well. So, if we look, we changed the solo raise lurk to the raise chamber lurk. I still don't love it, as I'd rather the raise be with the pack and be more of taking the fake side, more like taking the initial space. Coaster gets a bit risky against the Marshall, but smartly backs away. But here, right, we finally realized that they just keep giving up B space for free. And we're just going to poke and prod around. We're just going to see what we can find. And look, we take early short space, but then we shift walk away. This is good. Zero finally made it, so they don't know. Like, Horizon don't know what's going to happen. You know, we're jiggling short, but we're still 3 towards the A side. And we're ready to take this hit.
The attack knows that they're going to hit B. Repositioning into long.
And we've walked up long. This is looking good. We're throwing smokes down. We're going to satchel out. Throw the eye. Everything. Now, here, it is a bit of a mistake from Zero. As you see, this pathing is really bad. So what you want to do when hitting B is you want to, like, satchel out. And you want to basically go on top of the box and then like clear this corner, clear backside, and then clear like tube. But right here, the chamber decides to walk into elbow, and then the raises also go towards elbow fast. I'm not sure why. And then these guys are going to go out, but they're not clearing backside very quickly. And this could have gotten us killed in this round. We throw the O line and everything, but we're going fast elbow. And then we're not taking any of the site control, and then Icy manages to get a kill. Oh no, Souls manages to get a kill. Sorry.
Oh, what an exchange of roses as ults not finding anything.
And, you know, Souls could have gotten a second one there if he didn't throw the satchel with his ult.
However, on the side of Zero, 2 players down to 1
If you see, look, we're actually winning this round. We comfortably win this round because they're stuck in a shitty retake scenario.
And the judge doesn't know about him as
and then everyone's ready, swinging off one another, spamming. And that's a good round for Zero Academy. I would just want them to do that in every other round that they played. Now, for this round, I'm just gonna show you my live reaction, and then I'll break it down.
Staff VC talking about how confident they were in their attack side, so let's see it get shown.
Right. Let's see the chamber work shortly. Okay, we leave him. Why are we not doubled up long? What are we doing? Why did we just give up every single bit of... Oh my god, I can't watch. I genuinely, that is the worst play.
Picks coming in from Souls. Nothing much being found by the defense in terms of damage.
So, why did I say this round was terrible?
Let's see it get shown.
Well, we see the chamber and the race fighting towards long, which is good. When you're 2 on a site, you need to fight together. But then for some reason, this raise decides to go back and try and break this dog and hold hookah. You cannot do this. If you're in the scenario where you're 2 on a site, you need to secure one of the lanes. You either secure hookah or you secure long. And at the start of the round, they chose that they were going to fight long. So we've got to secure long. We don't have to worry about hookah. and let's say it's a 5-man rush, right? We just have full on control, and then we're very annoying on this angle. And most likely it's a 3-2, but we need to take one of the fights. But instead, we decide to run back and break the dog for no real reason, right? We could just stand here and break the dog and then come fight with our chamber. But we don't do that. We decide to run along, break the dog, and then this makes our then chamber then for some reason decides to TP away. And then we're in such a bad spot. Because instead of fighting together long, like you could have taken an easy 2v2 long. Look, you're guaranteed one. And in my opinion, defense are favored in this fight because the attackers have to run up long, right? So you're favored in this fight. So I would give it most likely you go 2 for 1. So you're still here, and then the rest of your team need to rotate. So you kill 2 of them, and then 1 of you die. But instead, we just give up all of the space, and we end up getting pinched because look, the hookah guys are already here, and then we're gonna get pinched from the long guys. We need to choose an angle and then fight it. But instead, because we went back, we just screwed ourselves. And then look, Chamber's like running away trying to get into elbow, but they haven't even smoked elbow because they don't need to. Because they're going so fast. I mean, normally the smokes being late is a mistake, but they get the Chamber running away because they didn't smoke too early. And even then, that Raze is screwed on site. He's never getting a kill there because he's getting pinched. You need to take the fight. You need to take the fight together. But you just don't. And it's not good.
It used to be on CSK Storm.
So, the final round I'm going to break it down is round 3 of their defense. And this is not necessarily saying what Zero did necessarily fully wrong. It's just how Horizon played it really well. So, if we look back at the parallels between Zero attacking and Horizon attacking, a lot of the time Zero would have the Raze solo pushing into hookah. What do Horizon do instead? They get the dog. The Raze is following off the dog like this, right? And they take the early space, they pull the rotate over, and now they're just chilling, right? Because they know they have no info towards hookah. They could be doubled up long, but they'll probably TP away. And look, then we just regroup, and then we just go clear long. And because of this, Soviet then knows that he has a bit of a timing. Because he knows that one's been pulled over, and they might be rotating towards B. And he does get a bit unfortunate here on Cholo, because Cholo could have easily died here if he's just a little bit more to the right. And that then pulls a rotate back over. Because now we're scared. Oh shit, are they going back towards short and getting ready for a short hit? Oh shit, they're hitting out A. And look, we're ready to actually push the site this time. Look, this guy's reloading, he's dead. We don't have a CT smoke. Bit of a mistake from New Kid there. But then New Kid, he takes the elbow space and then we're just chilling. New Kid is over peeking like crazy here, which does get him killed, but it doesn't end up mattering. They're fully grouped up. They know they don't have smokes, so they're just gonna play low.
No pie, but no win either. Spike ticking. Molly's still online.
And look, they have a bunch of different space. They have hookah space, they have long space, and they have elbow space. And in comparison, when Zero were in a very similar scenario, they just all ran long. And now they have no idea where to look. Look, they're getting mollied, guy swinging long, guy swinging elbow, and we're done. But yeah, this game then ends 13-4. And that's how Zero Academy got completely destroyed on Bind. And then they went into Icebox and they got completely destroyed on that. If you're interested in getting your team coached by me, I have a coaching link in the description. Free coaching, no matter what, in the Discord. Just send me a VOD and I'll review it. And yeah, smash like and subscribe.